Hey everyone, Hannah here for Finance and Fun Stuff, and today I want to share my top sets of 2024. I'm so excited to share this with all of you. This is a list that is my top 10 sets, but it is not in any particular order because I can't really choose between my absolute favorites because that would drive me insane. So I'm instead sharing my top 10 sets, and we'll kind of let you figure out which ones I seem to love more from the way I talk about them. So without further ado, let's get right into the list. First up, we have Skybreak at Photo City Music Hall. This was an absolutely incredible show. I remember being so excited and literally screaming out loud when this show was announced, and Skybreak did not disappoint. It was absolutely incredible getting to see him in one of my all-time favorite venues, so close to home, and it really was a truly special set. He came down and talked to everybody for a little bit, which is part of one of the things that I absolutely love about him, is he is so honest with his fans and comes down and spends time with them. It was a truly 10 out of 10 show, and I got to experience it with some close friends, which made the show even better. Next up, we have Subtronics at Buffalo River Works. I remember being so incredibly stoked for this show, and I got to experience it with one of my really good friends, Nicole, and we were right on the top rail at Buffalo River Works, and we're super excited to see this set. It did not disappoint at all, and it was an incredible set. He played every song I wanted to hear, and getting to hear the songs from Tesseract that I absolutely loved, and getting to see the small little mosh pit that we had at Buffalo River Works down there going crazy as I am absolutely destroying my neck was a night I will not forget. 1, 2! And I just want to throw an honorable mention on here to Wooly, who played before Subtronics, because that set was also incredible and definitely should be mentioned. Next up, we have Kayvon at Town Ballroom here in Buffalo. This was a total surprise that I absolutely loved this set so much. I managed to catch Kayvon when he came to Ironworks before, but it was a very, very packed show, and I totally did not get the best vibes that I could have had at that show, so I think that infected my experience. But getting to see this set at Town Ballroom, where I had one of the best spots in Town Ballroom where you can be, straight back in the middle, just above the bowl, was truly incredible. I also got to meet a new friend while I was there, and I got to experience this music with her, and she was a huge fan of his, and now I completely understand why. It kept me moving the entire night. He played so many great songs. He played all of the songs I wanted to hear from him, and they sounded even better mixed live. This was truly an awesome night, and I even got to meet him at the end of the night, which was just the cherry on top. Next up, we have Amity at Town Ballroom. Now, this was an incredibly star-studded show. Midas as the headliner, and Amity, one of my all-time favorite artists on the opener lineup, which is just incredible because this was my first time getting to see him after listening to his music for years and loving every single bit of it and not getting enough of it. It was incredible to be able to see him live for the first time. Since he was an early opener for the Midas show, there weren't a ton of people there, so I was able to go up straight to the rail in the middle and headbang my heart out, and I even got to hear him sing Tattoo directly at me down at the rail in one of my all-time favorite venues, and it was just truly an incredible show. It was also amazing because I had some dear friends near me, and I even had Sage along for the ride at this show, which doesn't happen much, and it was great to listen to all of his amazing songs because a lot of them are about love, and it was great to get to hear that with my beautiful wife and it was truly an unforgettable event. I even got to meet him at the end of the show and take a picture, which was incredible, tell him how much his music means to me. But I unfortunately did not have a Sharpie to get the signature, but that's okay because I ended up getting the signature at Lost Lands when I saw him again, so it all worked out in the end, but this was easily one of my top 10 sets of the year. Next up, we have Jeannie at Buffalo Ironworks. Jeannie is an artist that I absolutely fell in love with post-COVID. She was actually my first show back after COVID that really reignited my fire in me to get back into the rave scene and to go as hard as I have over the last couple of years. I got to see her at Photo City originally, and it was an incredible show. But to get to see her at Ironworks was even better. I got there early enough to be able to take the top rail, which was just amazing, and I even got to see her with one of my friends until she ended up having to leave a little bit early, which was sad. But even then, her set was absolutely incredible. Out of any set this year, that was the one I was most messed up from, that I was most in need of a chiropractor visit that I did get to a few days later. But I was severely messed up on my neck. I thought I did some serious damage, and that was because I couldn't stop headbanging the entire set, and she was just truly incredible. I love seeing her every time I can, but this was truly an incredible set from her and deserves a spot in the top 10. Next up, we have Bonnie and Clyde at Buffalo River Works. Now, this is one of the Sunset Sunday shows that happens every single year, which is always a fun experience, and it was made even more fun because I had some friends going to it that don't normally come to these Sunset Sunday shows. In addition to that, Sage goes with me to a lot of the Sunset Sunday shows, and so it was great to have her along for the ride for this as well. This was by far the best set for me at Sunset Sundays, and it was truly incredible. They played so many incredible tunes that I got to hear, and it was just really, really great. They went bassy at times, like full bassy, and then they did some bass house, then they went back in a normal house. It just kept me moving and being super, super into it the entire time, and I just remember it standing out as probably my favorite Sunset Sunday set that I have ever seen, and it will truly live in my memory for a long time, and for that reason, it's in the top 10. Next, we have Level Up at Big Dub Music Festival. This was an insane set. When I tell you the energy that the crowd had in the Stone Circle at Big Dub, it was absolutely otherworldly. It was so amazing to see my absolute favorite artist in an incredible place like Big Dub after I had started this amazing experience of volunteering at the festival. Before I even got to see this set, I got to finally meet her and tell her about how much I love her music and how I feel like she is the best performer that I have seen on stage in my entire EDM visiting career, and it has just been really, really amazing. I even got to finally get the signature that I have been waiting for to have on my arm, and it was just really incredible to be able to both meet her, but then to get to hear her set, and this set went off. I'm telling you, it was every song I wanted to hear. And when Ashes dropped, I freaked out. And when she played International Anthem, that was the first time I had heard that. And I was totally blown away by that remix. And I fell in love with that. And that is still one of my top songs from this last year. So for that reason, this set deserves its place high up in the top 10. switching gears pretty significantly here, we have Hawthorne Heights at Forks Summer Stage. Forks Summer Stage is a smaller venue that is outside, kind of in the middle of nowhere in Western New York, and it was really great to see Hawthorne Heights in this environment. I had a couple of friends from work come that were really, really great company for this show, and this set was just amazing. I have seen Hawthorne Heights a couple of other times, but this was easily the best time I have seen them. They played every single song you wanted to hear because this was a celebration of their Silence in Black and White album, which was every song I wanted to hear. So I got to hear all of the songs I wanted to hear, minus a couple from some other albums, but I got to hear almost every single song of theirs that I absolutely love. And the way that they did them was truly special, and I was there with people that were so dedicated to make it to this venue in the middle of nowhere and be able to enjoy this incredible music. And it was just a really perfect setting for it. And we were even standing next to somebody near the rail that was bringing their little kid to their first show because that was her first show. And we got to be there for the experience of her kid getting up on stage and being able to tell the band about how incredible their story was. And he spoke a lot about how amazing their music is to everybody there, but how much it means to reminisce on the old times when things were easier, and that just really hit home. So for all those reasons, this set is up in my top 10. We have actually my only set from Lost Lands this year that is on my top 10. Although I saw so many great sets at Lost Lands and I got to see a lot of my favorite artists there, I was thinking a lot about the emotionality that I had during all of these sets and which ones really stuck out in my mind the most as the ones that I will look back on for years to come. And without a doubt, Excision Back-to-Back Wooly is very high up on that list. Getting to see this set with some close friends of mine from the rave community and to be able to enjoy Wooly's beautiful music and headbang to it, as well as all of Excision's amazing songs that he dropped. The visuals were just absolutely 10 out of 10. That was the first time I heard Wooly's song Fruit Loops, and now every time I hear that song, I'm just instantly transported back to Lost Lands with those incredible visuals on that giant screen and being there with some of my good friends and just absolutely loving every second of this set. So for those reasons, Excision Back-to-Back Wooly is easily in my top 10. And the very last of my top 10 sets of 2024, we have Kill Safari. Now, Kill Safari was one that I was incredibly hyped for when it got announced. In fact, when it got announced, I didn't even realize what Kill Safari was. I was like, oh, that's a cool name for the opener, that's really fun. But then my friend told me that it was Bro Safari back-to-back Kill the Noise, and I was blown away by the opportunity to get to see Bro Safari again. I have seen Kill the Noise, and he is always great, but seeing Bro Safari was just an amazing experience to be able to get to have, and he did not disappoint at all. Their music meshed together so well. I got to hear so many songs from both of them that I love, and I was just dancing and headbanging my ass off during this entire set to the point where I was actually pretty exhausted for sudden death, which is kind of funny. But I feel like he absolutely stole the show. The both of them, the duo of that is incredible, and I was just so happy to finally get to experience this set, and I am so happy that they are doing more sets together because this was, if not the best, one of the best back-to-backs I have ever seen, and it was truly incredible to get to experience that at Town Ballroom of no less. have to say for today. Those are my top 10 sets of 2024. This has been an absolutely incredible year. I have had so many amazing experiences, and I cannot wait to see what 2025 has in store for me. I've logged a lot of these shows on this channel, and if you want to see a lot of these sets as I post them throughout the year and get to hear about the experiences I have outside of when I'm posting vlogs, you're going to want to make sure you are subscribed to this channel, as it has lots of good content that comes all the time. If you made it to this part in the video, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays.